did kind of a base layer. Trying some color combinations. I wanted, I guess, to move through like some sort of dark blue, blue void. Didn't turn out how I quite wanted it to, but there are little moments in this painting that I liked, and I'm just gonna go over it again, really. I don't know if any will show through, some might, but we'll see how it goes. Just another experiment using, I think I'm gonna use mainly white, light blue, and maybe like a light gray. It's gonna be kind of just like a sunny blue sky day with little hints of white, maybe suggestions of clouds. So really not much like this at all. I'm just gonna go with a new color palette and we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna throw a time lapse on and just throw a little bit down tonight. Hopefully it dries by tomorrow, we'll see. I've elevated it onto these pallets, these wooden pallets, so that the airflow gets underneath and hopefully it dries quicker, because the other one I did took like 3 days, maybe 4 days to get 90% dry, and then I had to leave it out in the sun today. But yeah, hopefully it helps. I don't know if it will. In theory it should, but alright. Done for tonight. Is it a finished painting? I don't know, we'll see. My original idea went a little bit out the window when I found this new yellow that I wasn't intending on using. And I used it and I liked it, and then I used too much of it, and now it takes up a lot of the canvas. So I thought yellow, complementary with blue, it's fine. And then it was just like yellow, blue and white with a little bit of gray, and it looked horrible. I was like, what does it need? Probably some contrast, threw in some black, some darker gray, black and yellow. Obviously I think that works. And I threw way too much paint onto the canvas. So I mean, I stretched these myself, so it's as tight as I can make it. But obviously the amount of paint I've thrown on it, the back of these frames, it's just a rectangle with one support beam in the middle. And you can kind of see it warping in the middle here and then there. So there's like 2 panels where it might warp in. So like I've said before, once I finish them, I'm happy with them. They look really cool. I'm like, yeah, that looks great. And then I leave it and then it just does its own thing because of like gravity, and you know, who needs gravity? So I'm gonna come back tomorrow and it's gonna look different to now. Probably looks different now than it did when I finished it. It's kind of hard to see it because it kind of changes so slowly when I'm here in person. That's why I leave the time lapse on sometimes. But I think all the little moments and it all mixing together and the lines getting skinnier and skinnier, some bigger marks, you get really pulled into some areas, which is what I want. It's good. I need to find the happy medium between throwing too much paint on it and throwing enough on it where it's going to get that effect. But still experimenting, still learning, and yeah, I mean, it looks pretty cool. I don't think the phone does it justice. Even when I try and take a normal photo of it, you can't really take it in like you can in person. And then if it was presented well on a wall, it would be another step up again. But right now it's just a bit of cloth wrapped around a bit of frame on the floor with paint thrown at it. So I think it still looks cool. I mean, you almost kind of got to get used to it. First impressions may be quite different to once you kind of just exist in the room with it for a while, you might start to feel a little something different. I'm not sure. The only thing we can do is wait for it to dry. I think this elevation that I've given it onto the wooden pallets, having the airflow underneath, should help it dry quicker. I've got the heater going already. I wanted to blast the heater on straight away so it can hopefully dry as much as possible while I'm still in here so that it moves less, was my thinking. I don't know if it's going to help too much, if I'm honest, because that heater kind of sucks. But regardless, there's nothing more I can do. It's out of my hands. There's nothing more I'm gonna do. So yeah, the recap, and then we'll come back tomorrow. We'll come back tomorrow and see what it looks like. Until then,